Okay, we are live. Thanks, Kerry, for having me, first of all. And it was really nice to go around here. It's really a paradise in Abruzzo. I didn't expect anything like this to be here. So,
Grazie.
first of all, how is your Italian?
Non bene. It's not very good. It's taken me a while to pick up the language fluently, for sure. So I can speak it, but the problem is people don't understand me because there's a lot of dialect here, so that then becomes very frustrating. So,
But do locals try to help and speak with you? I can imagine.
Yeah, they do. They try to help, but also my partner, he's Italian, and he doesn't help me because he speaks to me in English and I speak to him in Italian, but we never correct each other.
Okay,
so we have like
good.
our own language, which nobody else understands, only us. But it then leaves me in a bad habit because I think that I'm speaking well. And then I realise when the Italians don't understand me, that maybe my grammar is, very bad.
Yeah, but we make an effort. I mean, if you don't speak Italian, you were still able to create this amazing thing. So
yeah, that's the. I don't know how. It's. I think you can. I think in any country you can go and you can still find your way around it without the language, for sure. But you've just got to have the balls, as we say in England, to actually do it. You don't necessarily need to have the language. If you've got determination and you've got a vision and you're quite savvy, then you can find a way, and you can always find people to help you. Yeah, okay. And eventually the language and the huge frustration of it, we'll settle in.
Yeah, so certainly an example to follow. Not everyone has the courage. And by the way, speaking of this, how did you end up in Abruzzo? Like the question, why Abruzzo? Because as you know, you are from the UK, so it's not a known region of Italy.
No, it's a secret region. Even in Italy, not many people know about it. So Abruzzo, I didn't know about it, but at this period in life, me and my partner at the time was looking to buy abroad. We just wanted to be somewhere abroad. So we sold up the house, etc., in the camper van, and the plan was we just drive around Europe and decide. And we thought maybe Slovenia or the Pyrenees, because the Pyrenees you have, again, near the beach and the mountains. So for me, it was always being near the mountains and the beach to have all year-round activities. And we saw Abruzzo on a TV program.
All right. So which one? It's curious.
I think it was Place in the Sun. It was a property program.
Yeah.
And obviously we saw the beauty of it. So we visited 5 times in that year and eventually came across the right property for my project.
Yeah. No, this is like a secret spot because it's not actually very far from Pescara, Chieti, the major cities of Abruzzo, but still you get that emptiness of the countryside.
And the beautiful views of Gran Sasso, which was important for me.
Yeah. No, nice. And I have to ask, do you ever regret the decision to move here? Because you live here now, and so what would you say? Like what?
Occasionally, yes. Not very often. No, I don't think I regret. From a personal level, I think I regret that I haven't given myself the time to actually do the things that I wanted to personally do here in Abruzzo. So I came here also on a personal level to do more mountaineering, to do more sport, to do more adventure activities, because I love adventure, I love the outdoors. And unfortunately the business has more so trapped me, and I've just been doing the business for the 5 years. So that for me, and the frustration, I think mainly the language and the bureaucracy, and just how everything is a lot slower and drags out longer here is just very, very, very frustrating. But I'd always have a property in Abruzzo, for sure.
Nice.
Even if I move somewhere else in the world, I feel I will always have a property here to still always come and visit Abruzzo, because it has so much to offer and so much potential.
Nice. And you spoke about 5 years, so do you feel now things are more streamlined for you, like you know your way around, and you're now a proper Italian citizen?
No, I'm not a proper Italian citizen for sure. I find it hard sometimes to break the difference in the mould of the mentality. And obviously because some things, especially the builders, the plumbers, everything takes longer, so I find that really frustrating. But I think once I stop adding projects, it definitely feels a lot more stable and calmer. The more you add projects and new builds and accommodation, that stress and frustration just continues, and then it's hard to find the balance of the Dolce Vita, really.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
The Dolce Vita in Abruzzo,
exactly.
So it's still a thing, it can happen.
It's definitely a thing, and you have to make it happen, and hopefully now I'm trying to find that balance again to actually appreciate and enjoy Abruzzo of what it has to offer for me personally, and not just as a
business
yeah.
owner. Okay, but speaking of the business, obviously we see in the video the amazing structures that you have, but other than the booking and the sleeping experience, so what kind of side activities, if you will, are you offering?
So when guests come here, all guests can have the option of also dining and sunset aperitivo with the beautiful views of Gran Sasso, and we get an amazing sunset over the Gran Sasso. Yes. We do horse riding, yoga, sound bath therapy, meditation sessions. We do massage, Thai and shiatsu massage, and also we collaborate with the local vineyards to do degustazione al vino, so the wine tasting as well. And we do regular retreats, so we can do full day retreats or a week retreat where we combine our activities here, but also work along with other guides in the area to do trekking, or for example there's wolf tours that we use in Penne nearby, so they can take our guests and do lots of other outdoor sport activities. Il Bosso we use for the canoeing. And also the beaches, we use the Lido for sup and surf as well, if anybody wants to combine those adventure activities as well as food and wine, because we have so many vineyards.
We have to. It's Italy. It's Italy.
And it's Italia, so in that we have a really good Italian chef who is very Italian strong, Graziella, and she will come and do the cooking class, and then we do food tours and we do the wine tasting as well. So people can choose between whether they prefer culinary, gastronomic Abruzzo, or the adventure side, or just relax here and just have a zen weekend.
Nice. And you spoke about the vineyard, but I see many olive trees. And do you make your own oil by any chance?
Do. Yeah, okay. So I wasn't aware how good the oil is here when we first came. And then I started to realise that this is like the golden triangle for the olive oil, and it's definitely
it's true.
Good.
It's Pianella, Penne, Loreto Prutino, like the Pescara province is particularly.
And I didn't know that, so I'm kind of lucky that we. They say money doesn't grow on trees, but here it can.
Here it does. And like how many? I mean, it varies yearly, but how many liters are you able to?
We have 400 trees, but we don't harvest all of them. But normally, last year wasn't so great, but we can get, I think the last biggest one we had was something like 600 litres. It wasn't a huge amount, but we actually sold those to a restaurant in the UK.
In the UK. Okay, so you have one buyer
we
abroad.
did, but now with Brexit, we still have this buyer, but it's very difficult to get the product over there now.
Okay, with customs and
Brexit,
limitations.
Unfortunately.
Okay,
so
cool.
We just bathe in it instead.
Oh, well, you can.
We have the outside bath, so you can have an olive oil bath as well, and it all goes back into the ground.
Exactly, and you can eat it, but it's too much, but it's never too much. And okay, Kerry, thanks. And maybe for closing this small interview, what would you say to people looking what to invest here, but also just to visit? Like, do you think Abruzzo has something to offer versus Tuscany, versus Umbria, versus Calabria, Sicily.
Absolutely. You see, the thing with Tuscany is it's been really well marketed for many years, and therefore a lot of foreigners, they all just glue and think Tuscany, Umbria. The problem we have in Abruzzo is the government haven't marketed it, so we're relying now on the likes of ourselves and independent businesses to really push the marketing, to showcase what Abruzzo has. And we have the mountains, we have over 10 ski resorts still, and we have the literally 1 hour from the mountains to the beach. So at this time of year in April, you can ski in the morning and you can be on the beach in the afternoon.
They are still open on the Campo Imperatore.
Exactly, and this is now and at the end of April, and it's sunshine and warm here, and you can go up and ski this afternoon if you wanted to. And there's not many places in all of Europe that you can do that. And the 3 national parks. Again, Abruzzo is one of the greenest regions in Europe, but people are not aware of this. So if you're an outdoors person, this is definitely the place to go. I actually call it, I compare it very similar to Queensland in New Zealand, where it's just full of adventures and activities, and the Abruzzo has the same potential here. It really does, but people and the locals, they need to
invest
that.
in promotion. But thankfully we have people like you also investing and finding things, so
this is it. And hopefully, but even now most of my guests are Italian, and but we bring people from all over Italy. It's not just locals, so I guess we are actually opening it up, Abruzzo, up to a lot of the Italians as well as the foreigners. But there's lots to do: sport, mountains, history. You're 2 hours from Rome, and the food is great.
The food is great.
The food is great,
but
great.
Always. But yes. Okay, thanks, Kerry. And I have to stay here as well. It's in my bucket list, and I have it at 20 kilometers from my place, so I definitely will come and stay for the proper experience. Yes.
You're welcome. Grazie.
Thanks.